What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are back at Insurance Auto Auctions here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. We're going to start the video with a thumbnail, a 2013 Tesla Model S P85 Plus. And I know what you're thinking, Randy, you already have one of these. And you're right, I do. It's the same color, it's the same year. It's really the same car with the exception of these 21-inch turbine wheels, which unfortunately have taken on a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's anything that can't be fixed. That's actually recent damage. Ouch. Probably, I don't know, maybe caught up in the fender. Maybe it just hit a curb. Why would I be interested in this one? Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, it's got a carbon fiber spoiler. Maybe I just want to put that on my car. It's probably just sticky taped on. I don't think I'd put that on my car, but it's wrecked. This one is wrecked it's pretty significant, guys. This whole quarter panel, the door, the front fender, the front bumper, still usable. Yes, you could probably still drive this car with no issue, but I'm not looking at buying this car to drive it. I'm looking at buying this car because I was thinking, since I got my other Tesla for $7,800, stupid cheap, I could buy this one, which has 130,000 miles on it, which is like less than half the mileage my current Tesla has. I could buy this right now for around $1,900. I'm not even joking, around $1,900, and I have an entire parts car. Should I ever need parts like, I don't know, a headlight assembly? I've got it, a fog light, a tail light, the wheels as backup wheels, or just maybe summer wheels and tires. Beautiful 21s, window motors, regulators, door handles, windshield, the sunroof. This thing has got all the parts. Battery, let's not forget the battery. How about the rear drive unit? It's got literally everything that I could use as spare parts for my car. For $1,900, guys, you know how much a battery costs for one of these? A used battery goes for thousands of dollars, even if it's bad. It says that the key is in the office, so I doubt we're going to be able to get into this car without the key. Somebody's taken the front off of it. Oh, there's mouse poop. Maybe, oh no. Is that mouse or rat? Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, that is really bad. The fact that there's something living in here, that's real bad. Little critters like that enjoy eating wires. They love eating wires. That'd be a bad day. But again, like I said, to me, this is more of a parts car, and it says that it's a run and drive, and I have no doubt that if you could get it fired up, it would probably start. I'm gonna go ahead and put a jump on it and see if we can get it to open up. It says the key's in the office. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I want to put a jump pack on that. And if you're wondering how you do that, well, this is probably why they removed this to begin with. There's a positive lug right here. Can you see it right there? Yeah, there's a positive lug. Now where the negative is, I don't know. Do you just connect it to this bar? I guess that's what you do. But anyway, there's a positive lug here, and it's a secret. If you got one of these older ones, it's got this nose cone piece on it. You just pop that off, you put your positive there, figure out where to put the negative, and then you should be able, with the key, to open the car. Well, I'm gonna assume that the key is not in the car, because I'm gonna show you. My Tesla does this too, and it's quite annoying. So you hook up to the positive lug, and yeah, you just snip these to this. Come on. Yeah, so it only does that if the key's not in the car, because it assumes that somebody's trying to hotwire it or steal it or something. So the key is not with this one, and that sucks because I can't see the interior of this car. I can't verify that it actually does start up, that the air suspension comes off the ground. You don't want to close this hood all the way, or you're going to have a hard time getting in it. So we'll leave that cracked. I would really like to see the interior of this and make sure that there's no significant damage from mice or rats or whatever, but still, I'm going to say right now, for like $1,900, there's no way I'm not going to jump on this car. I may actually try to drive this home if I can win it. I don't see any reason, unless this is smashed into the... See, when the car comes back up in the air, I don't think any of this is going to be touching the wheel. Now, I'd probably have to get these wheels refinished anyway. Yeah. You guys tell me what you think. Should we get another one? I'm just looking at it as a parts car, nothing more. Just for something for spare parts. It could save me a ton of money on the cost of a battery, on the cost of a motor. How about the MCU unit, seats, anything that I could need down the road? This would be a great candidate for a parts car. So let's go ahead and throw a bid on it. Right now it's at $1,925. Let's try $25, and I'm willing to pay more than that, guys. This is just me being cheap. But the parts alone on this thing are worth a small fortune. So did we get it? Yes, $2,025. We are currently winning this car. Not bad for 2,000 bucks. Now, like I said, it's very likely going to go up as soon as the auction hits. I'm prepared for that, and I'm willing to spend a little bit of money on it because I know how much things are worth. Like, just for example, those wheels are worth a small fortune. Those are like a $4,000 additional option when you were to purchase one of these back in the day. There's value in this, guys. Aside from just like the motor and the battery, there is a ton of parts worth a ton of money in this car. So if I've got to spend a few $1,000s to get it, I absolutely will. So here we are out in the main yard, and I'm kind of lost, I guess. It looks like they reorganized everything. They did. Every single row has been completely redone out here. Oh, look at this, a Scat Pack, $392. Gotta stop and just take a look at how bad this one is. It's a run and drive. Ouch. Boy, there's not a, I don't think there's a straight panel on this car. Golly. I just have to wonder, was it out there doing a street takeover somewhere? I know that's presumptuous, but I don't know. It just seems like every time you see a Mopar vehicle, it's out doing a street takeover, crashing into something, or just acting a fool on the streets, which is truly sad, and also why I just don't want anything to do with the whole Mopar scene anymore. Nice cars though, not gonna lie, I do love them. I think I see a Benz over here. I don't know how I'm gonna get to it, but we're just gonna walk right through it. I drove my, well, I'm not gonna tell you what I drove today because I don't know that the video is even released yet. It's a Jag. I call this a Benz. Whoopsie, ouch, ouch. Wow. 2009 Jaguar. And I'm walking in soup here, guys. Is this an R? It's an XJ. No, it's not an XJR. Well, still, sweet little car though. Let's get out of the soup. God dang, man. I should have wore my freaking boots today. Let's get out of this mess, this muck, and see what else we can find. Buick hitting the back. What do you guys think? No? Yeah, I'm thinking no on that one too. Honda Civic, no. A Caravan, no. Or is that a Dodge Journey? I think it's a Dodge Journey. Okay, this is getting worse. My God. I told you guys, we've had torrential rainfall out here. It has been really, really bad. And this yard, it's nothing but mud. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna walk around a little bit, see if I can find anything worth filming, and I'll come back here in a few. Here we have a 1995 Chevy 3500. This is the full 4 doors, and it's the dually as well. This thing is slick, man. I mean, it needs a little work, but still, I don't think this is in too bad of shape, unless I missed something, and I think I missed something. Take a look at the gap here. Surely that's not normal. I mean, I knew it had some damage back here to the fiberglass on the fender flare. That's no big deal, but that gap, that's actually, I don't see anything wrong with it back here. Is that normal? That gap seemed way too big. Oh. And again, this has been my life lately. It has. I see something that I love, it looks good from one side, and then as soon as I get to the other side, it's completely destroyed. Yeah, obviously that gap is not, that's not normal. None of this is normal. Well, that sucks. I was really interested in this one too. 170,000 miles on the odometer. I'm curious if it's got a 454 under the hood. I'm betting it does. That good old school high torque big block, man. Let's take a peek. Just see what she's working with under here. Ouch. Optima blue top battery with metal shavings all over it. There must be a pulley bearing going out over here because this thing is covered in shiny metal flakes. Let's take a look. What is it? It is a 7.4 liter. And if you look over here, it tells you right here, 454 Tonawanda engine. Good old big block, man. You know, this thing's worth some money for the engine. I couldn't tell you if the trans is any good or not. Probably so, probably so. You know, you've got you a good throttle body injected 454 right here. You could do something with that. Good battery. Again, plenty of usable parts on something like this, guys. It's probably not sought after, and obviously the body's kind of wrecked. The frame is definitely damaged. But if nothing else, it's got a good powertrain. Maybe some interior components are still usable, but like seriously, how many people are really out here looking for a rear bench seat from a 1995 Chevy? You know, like nobody. But still, if you had a project, you were looking for an engine transmission combo, you know what I would do? I wouldn't bother with fuel injection on this. Unless you went with something like a Holley Sniper, I'd probably just do a conversion, put an old school manifold on it, and throw a carburetor on it. Call it a day. You got yourself a nice motor for a project car, and you could probably get this for next to nothing. That's kind of the story with a lot of vehicles out here, and I mean, honestly, that's their intended purpose. I know people buy them, they fix them, they put them back on the road and all of that stuff, but like realistically, most of these cars, they're going to a, well, I don't want to call it a chop shop, but they're going to be chopped up. You know what I mean? People are going to buy them, they're going to take all the salvageable parts off of them, and then they're going to crush them. They're going to be done with them, because that is mainly what the vehicles here are for. They're parts cars. Now, I'm not saying you can't buy great cars out here. You guys have seen me do it many times. We fixed several cars that were broken, and you know, there's great cars to be had for whatever you're doing. But I'm just saying, I think you are better off coming out here looking for something for a project. Engines, parts, swaps, anything you could ever want to swap. They've got it out here, man. So I highly recommend these salvage auctions for personal projects. Or if you just want to strip things down, try to make a few bucks. You know, I've heard some people on YouTube are switching over and doing that too. JR Go. Hey man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna watch his videos, because for a while now I have also thought about kind of switching things up and ripping cars apart instead of putting them together. It is so much easier. Let's say something like this. Take a look at it. It's smashed. All right, whole side's ripped off of it, right? That thing's done. But it still has a good powertrain. Motor, transmission, plenty of interior parts are still good on it. Catalytic converters, there's still plenty of usable parts. And on something like this, if you're not gonna put it back together, you don't have to be super careful about taking it apart. You don't have to be meticulous and make sure you know where every nut and bolt goes. You just rip the damn thing apart, sell the parts, crush the vehicle, get your money, down the road you go. In my opinion, it sounds like a great business plan. And I'm really excited to see what JR does on his channel. I'm gonna be following this very closely. I don't think that I'm ready to switch my channel over to scrapping or salvaging, but I don't think it would hurt to do a few vehicles on here and see if we can make any money at it. Now here's one that I'm kind of interested in. Jessica has been loving the vehicles I've been bringing home lately. And the great thing is, all of those vehicles I've been bringing home, they have been cheap, really cheap. The Cadillac ELR, that was $12,500. The Tesla P85, I only paid $7,800 for that car, and she like is in love with them. How about the $10,000 Mercedes? I got a 2013 SLK 250 with under 100,000 miles for 10,000 bucks. Yep, she loves that one too. She's always wanted one of these FPaces. And I'm looking at this, and this is an interesting one. It's a 2020. It's an FPace 25T. That's the small engine, turbo 4-cylinder. But it looks pretty good, and I'm wondering, why is this even here? Right? I mean, it honestly looks really nice, and that's a little concerning. It's got some scrapes, like something raked the back of it all the way down on both sides. So my guess is they probably had this open and they raked their garage door. I've seen this. I've seen this happen. I think the hatch was open and they caught it on the garage door or something. But let's take a look at the interior, because the body, there we go. The body actually looks pretty damn good on this. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, that'll knock you over, man. That smell will knock you over. That'll knock you out of your chair. I ain't even joking. Wow. Oh, my. Well, I don't know what that is. I've never smelled that before. I've smelled a lot of things. I have never smelled that. Oh, my God. Alcantara headliner, panoramic roof. This is really bad. Panoramic roof. I don't think I can spend much time on this. Dashboard's really scratched up here. It looks like somebody's animal was in here or something and really started tearing it up. There's some foil on the seats. That's never a good sign. Ooh, cigarettes. That's not good either. It's ooh. Whew. It seems to have power, but I don't think it has any keys. And what makes this interesting, I don't want to sit in this. Yeah, you can see it's got a light flashing, but it don't do nothing. Whew. It don't do nothing. I can't be in this car. Oh, hold on. I think I found what I was looking for right here. Here we go. There we go. And I take these home with me. There you go, right in the door, man. I mean, that's there's earrings, so I'm guessing the lady came prepared. No pun intended. I absolutely intended that. The interior of this, maybe that's what the smell is, you know? Maybe that's what the smell is. Oh, like peanuts just fell out from under the hood, so it's probably a rodent living up under here. I don't know what the miles are on this. Obviously, it does nothing when you push the button. Doesn't even show you an odometer, so that's a little concerning. But what I think is interesting is, okay, it doesn't have keys, no engine start, non-runner, but it's listed as a JP Morgan Chase Bank loan, which means this is a repossession. That's what this is. This is a repossession. Man. See, something like this could go really, really cheap. I mean, you don't know anything about it. It may run, it may not. It could have 200,000 miles on it. It could have 50,000 miles on it. Who knows? I think if you get this thing cleaned up, though, it needs a set of tires, too. These tires are all in pretty rough shape. Throw a set of tires on it, clean it up, and get whatever is in that interior that smells so bad. Get that out. Get that out. Ozone the living hell out of this thing. You know, you could have you a really nice SUV, and because it's such a high risk, number one, it's a repo, it's got some damage, it stinks, there's no keys, this could go relatively cheap. And for that reason, I'm going to put it on my list. Worst case scenario, what? We drag it to a Jag dealer? How much is a key for one of these? I mean, FPaces aren't exactly the high dollar Jags anyway, you know, especially a 25T. It's kind of a budget Jag. I'm betting it doesn't cost more than $400 or $500 to get a key cut for this. And for me, it's worth the risk. So I just put this on my watch list, and what I found is interesting. It says primary damage is electrical. Start code is stationary. Keys are missing an operable digital dash. Obviously, there's no miles. Clear title. Repossession. In the pictures, it was really clean too, so I'm guessing all this mud happened from being out here. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. There it is right there. Well, you guys probably can't see it with the sunlight, but still, it was a pretty clean vehicle. Electrical. That is definitely concerning. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Right now, current bid is $350. Buy it now, $16,000. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to go into this thing for $16,000. It says the actual cash value is $26,000. It's too risky for me to go in at $16,000, guys. I'm going to keep my eyes on it. We'll see what it does. How much would you bid on an unknown Jaguar like this? Now, I know the Chevy HHR is not everybody's most favorite vehicle, but I actually love these things. And this one is, I had to see it for myself. This is a 2010 HHR, and it's a junk vehicle. That's right, junk. Not salvage, not repairable, not rebuilt. Junk, meaning it can never be fixed. It can never be registered. With that said, there are ways around it, but we won't get into that. We're just going to accept that it is a junk title vehicle. So what do you do with a vehicle that looks good, that runs and drives, that really shouldn't have anything wrong with it, but carries a junk title? Well, there's not much you can do. The average person is going to be forced to just split this thing up, break it up into pieces, and sell it and try to make some money off of the parts. Now, obviously, this is older, you know, a 2010. I doubt that the parts are highly desirable, but with that said, I believe it's got a 2.2-liter Ecotec engine, a little 4-speed automatic transmission. It's still worth some money. There's still plenty of good parts in here, and as a junk title, nobody's going to want this. Now, here's what sucks about this. It's a flood car. It's a junk title. This car can never be used again, right? It smells great. It doesn't smell like a flood. The interior looks relatively clean. This looks like a car that somebody actually took care of. It's got good tiger paw tires on the back. The hubcaps look to be in decent shape. Set this seat up and just take a look. It doesn't smell wet at all. Not at all. I know the exterior, you know, well, it's covered in mud. That's not the car's fault. I guarantee you this thing will clean up just fine. I'm gonna pop the hood, just take a look, see what's going on under here. Somebody's obviously been messing with the intake. Uh-oh. It sure ain't gonna run good without that hooked up. Maybe it'll be all right, I don't know. Yeah, somebody's been screwed around down there. I don't think it has any power, so probably gonna have to hook up a jump pack to it. Where's the jump spot? Right there. There we go. Somebody, looks like they've been messing around under here too. Well, either way, there's your positive right there. I think we should try to fire it up, guys, because I'm really curious. This thing looks perfect. It's in great shape for an old HHR. And to be a junk title, that's just, it's really sad. All right, well, we got some juice on her. Hopefully, uh-oh, I don't see anything. I had a feeling it wasn't gonna be happy. No, nada. Let me play that booster pack again, see if we can't get something to come to life in this. Well, unfortunately, where GM wants you to ground your jump pack, it does not function as a ground. Well, that don't sound good. We're gonna shut that off. Huh. Okay. Well, scratch that. I don't recall this being listed as mechanical. I just recall it saying flood. So why don't we check the oil real quick, see what that's looking like. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say there's gonna be water in the oil on this one. No, oil actually looks clean on this. Interesting. Nothing about this says flood car. Like nothing, other than somebody's been into that throttle body poking around, probably an insurance company. It's got clean oil in it. The oil's not overfilled. There's no smell. Doesn't seem like this thing's full of water. So could it be? I don't know. You never know when somebody ends up with a rod knock and they're like, well, hey, oops, I drove through a puddle of water. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that things like that do happen. I obviously can't say what happened with this. I don't know. But it just seems to be in awful good shape and way too good condition to have actually been in a flood. But again, I'm not saying what you think I'm saying. I'm saying anything is possible with these vehicles. Now, here is a good one to save for sure. 2013 Chrysler Town & Country. This is not too shabby, guys, and I love that champagne color. Or I guess that's gold. I don't know, depending on where the sun is shining on it, it looks a little bit different. I think it's just gold. Anyway, this is a hail damage vehicle, and that's perfect. It's not too bad. It's got a little hail damage, but I mean, it's not like an eyesore. It's really not. This looks pretty decent. It's got Kinergy tires. They match. They have good tread. I mean, this thing actually looks really not. Ooh, well, I didn't see that. It's got a bit of a bump in the back end here, so it looks like somebody ran into it. Okay, again, it's not that bad. Honestly, I wouldn't even bother fixing it, man. This is something that I would consider to be like, well, make a great beater. You don't have to fix it. It's got power, 140,000 miles, so it's already got quite a bit of miles on it. I don't know what engine is in it, but we'll check here in a minute. It doesn't smell like smoke or anything. It actually smells really good. It smells decent. Lots of cup holders and storage, and boy, somebody's just been going through this, haven't they? DVD screens in the back for the kiddos. You know what I'm thinking? This would be a great car for, that's right, my daughter and the grandkids. Not too big, decent on fuel, fires right up. You got the nice Sirius XM, you got the navigation screen. I mean, this thing is decent. The economy button. Wow, there you go. Eco mode, oil change due, low tire pressure. It's out of gas, but it runs decent. And I don't see any warning lights on the dash at all. Let's crank up the air conditioning, see if that works. Give it a second to kick on. Let's go ahead and close the door. This is not bad. I want to also see if that rear hatch works. Important window works. Less important window works. Let's see if these doors open. Yes, they do. Not bad. I'm really liking this. Let's put this. Where's the button to put it on you? There it is, right there. There we go. It was blowing on my feet. I think the air conditioning works, but I can't really be sure. All right, let's put it in gear. Does it have a backup cam? It does. Very nice. Backwards. Yes. Forwards. Yes. This is a nice one. I probably shouldn't even be showing you guys this. I really shouldn't. Someone's going to jump in and try to outbid me. You got a power outlet in the back. Air conditioning is working. It is ice cold, so we can turn that off. Man, she runs like a top. Leather everywhere. Stow and go seating. How nice. You know? I mean, for her, I really think if it were me, I would fold these seats down into the floor and I would just use those back ones for the car seats, and you'd use all of this for cargo area. You know, plenty of room to put stuff in here. Very nice. A little grindy there on the door. Let's find out if this hatch still functions. It does. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to fix it, you can, but it's not functionality wise, it's not actually hurting anything. This has been painted. Look at that. Somebody's already repainted this back section at some point. Plenty of room in the back as well. Is this, do you push a button? No. No, just got struts on it. Yeah, I mean, or hold on, did that close? Yeah, it's closed. So it works. Okay, it's got a ding or two on the back. Who cares? If you could get this thing for $2,500, I don't know, maybe $3,500 tops, would you pass this up? A little hail damage? Who cares? Cold air conditioning? And I forgot, I wanted to check the back, see if it's got one screen or got the 3.6 liter. I believe that's a Pentastar engine. It sounds healthy. Someone put a big old interstate battery in it. So obviously somebody cared about it. Somebody took care of this. I guarantee it was older people. Guarantee you this was older people. Yeah, TPMS light's the only light on the dash. Does it open up itself? Very good. All right, let's climb back here and just take a look at the screen. Or screens, does it have more than one? We got a screen here with a remote control right there. How about that? Chrysler Uconnect. No disc. Looks like it can hold two of them. All right, then do we have another one? Nope. Another one? Nope, that's all storage. That's all storage. So everybody gets to watch the one screen, I guess. So it's a shame it doesn't have two, but still not, you know, not a deal breaker. Oh, that just kicked on. So yes, the ventilation in the back works. I've got it on air conditioning. We'll go ahead and close this up. Oh, there's the AC. Yep, it is cold. Can I turn it off now, please? There we go. We'll turn that off. So the rear air conditioning works as well. I mean, it fired right on too. This is nice. I'm going to keep a very close eye on this one. Turn that back off again. 141,000 miles on the odometer, guys. Not bad. Comment below. What do you think? I honestly think this is exactly what I'm looking for. And look, you've got your little baby monitor right there, your little baby your baby mirror. So you put your sunglasses in here, and then you go up just a hair, and from where I'm sitting, you got like a 180-degree view of everything that's going on in the back seat, which is really nice. You can see all of your kiddos back there and make sure they're not getting into any trouble. I like this. This one is one that I really want. How about an old work truck? Man, I can't tell you how long it's been since I've seen those hubcaps. Those factory Chevrolet steel wheels with the little center caps. Man, those were those used to be very commonplace when I was a kid. You know, when Vice Grip Garage calls them poverty caps, I mean, that's really what they were. It was as cheap as you could get. This truck, unfortunately, is, well, she's banged up pretty bad, guys. Probably some frame damage. It's a 94 Chevy, a GMT 400. It's the, was it a Cheyenne? It is the Cheyenne edition. And it says Mickey and Mo Doe. Oh boy, this was a teenager's special right here, right? Mo Doe. Not no mo. This one is a wrap, guys. Yeah, I promise you, you got frame damage. The bed is into the cab. It's caused all kinds of damage. The door is overlapping. I just saw it and I had to share it with you guys, because how often, and look how far the bed is out this direction. I mean, it's significant. Oh, I can't even look inside. I just want to take a peek and see what the interior look like. I'll bet this door is jammed shut. Oh, it's not. Well, you know, for a 94 Chevy, yeah, honestly ain't too bad. I mean, the driver's seat is all kinds of tore up and destroyed. I don't want to climb in here and get soaking wet. Looks like somebody was messing around trying to hotwire it or something. 267,000 miles on the odometer. What do you guys think's under the hood? 5.0? I'm betting, since it's such a cheap truck, it might even have a 4.6. I didn't even think to really pay attention when I was under here. Let's take a look. 4.6, 4.3. Sorry, did I say 4.6? Golly, I'm thinking of a Cadillac North Star or something, man. 4.3 liter throttle body injected Vortec. Yeah, highly undesirable. This is what it is. The hood was sitting up on this when I got here. I'm gonna go ahead and close it up, you know, try to keep the water out of it. Still, man, I love the body style. I love this generation of Chevy truck. It's honestly one of my favorites. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Drop those comments down below and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.